Economies reach crisis points when governments are arrogant enough to assume that they can make decisions on behalf of mass populations. The common fallacy that one size fits all, used by many governments throughout history, has been an abject failure wherever and whenever it has been applied. This has resulted in extreme oversupply and wastage, or even mass starvation at the other end of the spectrum. If history is littered with so many examples of the failure of government involvement, you would have to wonder why governments continue to promote the idea that their involvement in the economy is a positive thing. The answer is, of course, modern politics. Politics has become a game of power for those involved, with scant regard for the future of an economy. Politicians will outbid each other to win favour from sufficient voters to keep them in power, and regardless of the cost. The Labour Party in 2008 was a particularly egregious example of this when they emptied the public coffers by purchasing KiwiRail at a grossly inflated price and continued the policy of interest-free student loans and working for families payments to those on incomes up to $140,000 per year. As has been illustrated graphically in Greece, it is easy to develop an entitlement culture where no one wants to pay and everyone expects to receive the benefits. We regularly see examples of politicians citing as a success their having secured funding for one or more of their favoured groups. This is always at someone else's expense. There is no free lunch. Even though politicians make the public worse off overall, they can continue their destructive behaviour because they take gradually over time, hoping people won't notice, and give back with great fanfare to maximise positive publicity. All these damaging practices have to be funded, and this almost inevitably requires taxation. The greater the tax, the greater the discouragement of the thing that is being taxed. People who are against smoking, drinking and fatty foods would like to ban them, but are prepared to make do with a tax. In the New Zealand economy we have the bizarre situation of taxing hard workers to fund the lazy.